might have to do again? And mentally, how tough would that be to think he's going to be in your future still?
Not that tough. I mean, like I said, I was sitting there like, where's his gas tank at this whole time? I was fresh. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I think it was the beginning of the fourth or maybe the fifth. I'm hopping around. I'm like, I felt fresh. I'm hopping around. I'm like, I'm looking across. I'm like, where is this gas tank? Where is this gas tank? I haven't seen this yet. Oh, I don't see it. So you know what? I'm gonna turn up one more level. But honestly, let's just dissect everything that he's gone through. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to be able to carry all that negativity, to carry all that act, that whole fake bravado. It takes a whole lot out of you, to be able to come in here and try to fight. Now imagine now what he's gonna be going through. That takes a lot out of you, physically and mentally. And so we'll see. I mean, he's a tough guy. I always give him his credit. I think he's a very, very tough fighter. But on to the next.
Any idea what punch or kick maybe broken his jaw?
I have no idea. I was going in there just to try to take his head off. This was a bona fide mano a mano fight. He said a lot of things, and I wanted to make him pay. I said it. I said all week I was gonna punish him for 4.5 rounds, and I was gonna get him out of there. That's exactly what I did.
Did you know the jaw was broken?
No, I didn't care. I was gonna keep trying to hit him till I stopped him.
And then just lastly for me, the punch that you hit him with to knock him down the first time in the fifth round, was that the best punch you've ever thrown? Because I mean, it seemed like you threw that little jab and then you waited a second and boom, you popped the right hand on top of it, and I mean he went down really really hard. Was that you think the best right hand you've ever thrown?
No, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It was just a matter of me just kind of, looking like the whole time I was rushing a lot. Like so, that fight looked closer, right? It looked closer than a lot of people thought. Just because I was rushing a lot of things, I was kind of off balance. I was kind of trying to find my timing because I was waiting for him to try to wrestle. I knew he would be in trouble if he did. So he didn't. He wanted to stand with me and go mano a mano, and he surprised me a little bit. He was hitting me with shots, and I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker, he got some things. I knew he was a tough kid, but if you guys noticed, that was the same right hand I hit Damian Maya with. It's not really, I didn't really step into it, not full power. It was just a matter of seeing what he's doing, kind of slip around and just stick it straight through like a javelin, and then boom, I hit him, and it sat him down. It's not even my best punch too. That's probably like my third or fourth best punch.
Come over here to your right. End of the first round and the second round quite a bit. You started working the body a lot. Do you feel like that paid dividends later on in the fight?
Yeah, I'm a good body puncher, and I kind of caught myself headhunting a little bit more just because, like I said, it was a mano a mano fight, you know. But yeah, once I go to the body, I love going to the body, and once I started going to the body, I knew he couldn't take too many of them because I hit hard to the body, very very hard, and I just knew he couldn't take too many more of those.
There was the eye poke in the third round, and then there was the end of the third round where he accused you of poking him in the eye. It didn't look like on the replay there was an eye poke there, but what happened in that sequence? And then you guys kind of got each other's face a little bit.
No, we were exchanging, and it wasn't a deliberate. I know he didn't do it on purpose. It wasn't a straight on eye poke like that. His finger kind of was curled, and it caught the top, like in the top of my eyelashes, into my eye, and and I couldn't see momentarily, but then I started opening my eyes and I can see, but I was still kind of glazed over. And I'm asking the doc, like, just wipe this shit off so I can keep going, so I can get going. And he's trying to talk to me. Are you okay? Wipe the shit off. Let me get going. So eventually he did. He was complaining about an eye poke, but it wasn't an eye poke. I know it wasn't an eye poke. And so that's why I said, who's breaking now? He likes to say guys are breaking, and I'm like, who's breaking now? Because I know damn well that wasn't no eye poke.
And were there any key moments you think in the fight that were momentum changing or anything like that?
Yeah, there was a couple. There was a couple. Once he got a couple of flurries in there. He landed a couple of combinations, and they just kind of, there were punches that boom, boom, they kind of hit me, but they didn't hurt me or anything like that. I was just kind of calculating and taking it in, like, damn, okay, he worked on his boxing. He got a little shit here, you know. But I started hitting him to the body, and I could feel him kind of. I'm like, oh, Nelly, I'm coming.
Do you remember when that was, when you felt that?
I think in the third round, a couple of times in the third round, I hit him with the right to the body, boom, and he was just like, you know, and I'm like, ooh, it's gonna be a long night, you know. And so I just kind of put my foot on the gas, and you know, I wanted to get him out of there, and you know, God willing, we did. We got it out of there.
And then the last thing for me, the crowd was chanting USA, and it seemed like it was for him. You know, you're an American citizen. You've been here for a
It's
long
for me too. What you talking about? They was chanting USA for me. Let's be honest. I've said it time and time again. I'm more American than him. You know, I am what it means to be an American. You know, I'm an immigrant that come here and work my ass off tirelessly to get to the top, and I'm still prevailing. And so that's what it means to be an American. It's not necessarily, oh, just because you're born here, you feel privileged is what it means to be an American. No. I told you, none of these guys work harder than me. That's what it means to be an American. I work my ass off, and I'm going to continue to work my ass off, and obviously with good integrity. I don't have to walk around like a punk and say certain things and abuse the whole country, abuse the whole world, and talk about people and religions and things like that. I don't have to, you know. I'm going to walk with integrity because at the end of the day, I want everyone that's watching me, every eye that's on me to look at me and say, you know what? That's what we want to be. That's the example that we like. And so, you know, I'm more American than him. So when they were chanting USA, that was, you damn sure better believe that was because of me.
Kamaru, talking about the body attack right over here, right in the middle, right over here. Here you go. I really, really liked what I saw you doing there. Why do you think we don't see more of that in MMA?
I mean, you got to test it to their trainers. You know, whoever's fighting. You know, if their trainers work with them and attacking the body, then hey, they'll do it. You know, I guess you practice what you preach. So if you go in there, you want to fight like that, then you better practice it.
And you were staying diligent. You were punching to the body and you were kicking to the body. That's one thing I noticed. You kept focused on that. And they say kill the body and the head will go. So I really like that. Was there a point that you were unsure about how the fight was going to end? You started out good and then he came back at you. You stayed very composed. But did you have an idea early on that you were the better striker? A lot of people said you weren't going to be the better striker.
Oh, yeah, I knew for sure I was a better striker. You know, I've had some injuries in previous fights, and so, like, guys, I'm being honest with you guys. I'm the best wrestler in the division by far. You know, I'm the toughest guy in the division by far. And some of those other guys, I could get away with just wrestling and breaking these guys. You know, but this one was a little more personal. This one I wanted to be mano a mano. If I wanted to take him down, I could have taken him down in there. I faked down a couple of times, and he bit on him pretty good. And I'm just like, you know, I could get it, but you know what? No, let's stand up. This is mano a mano. I need to get him out of there.
Did he ever hurt you with anything?
No, he never hurt me, but he hit me with a couple of shots, and I got my attention. Like, you better get on your P's and Q's. This dude, he came to fight. So he never hurt me with anything, but I knew I hurt him with a couple of shots.
Last question for me. Colby himself, as well as some media sources, were talking about the fact that you were the one that had the pressure on you. Everyone hated him. No one cared. People didn't necessarily expect he could win, but everyone wanted you to win. As you were saying, guys everywhere you went were saying, you got to beat this guy down. You got to kill this guy. How much pressure did you feel? How heavy was it on your shoulders that you absolutely had to beat this man?
It was a lot of pressure. Let's be honest. No one wants to lose to that guy. Come on, guys. No one wants to lose to that guy. So it was a lot of pressure, but hey, guys, this is what champions do. You have to be able to withstand all that pressure. You got to rise to the occasion, and you've got to show everyone why you're the champion. And I did that tonight.
Must be a good feeling, though, to get that pressure off your back right now.
Absolutely. Get that monkey off my back.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kamaru, to your right. Is it more satisfying to earn the belt, or is it more satisfying to keep the belt, to defend it?
Well, I think I earned the belt both times. So, that's more satisfying. A lot of guys think about, once they get the belt to become champion, they're like, oh, I need to defend it. I need to defend it. Right from the beginning of the time, once I got this belt, my goal was to never think about defending. Because if you're defending, you're feeling like, oh, I need to hold on to this. I need to hold on to this. So when guys get in there, they don't really let go because they just don't want to lose. They're like, oh, I don't want to lose this. No, each and every time I step in there, I'm fighting like I'm a new contender. And so I'm going to continue to do that, as long as my body lets me do it.
Earlier this week, you said that Leon Edwards was the toughest competitor that you faced. Do you feel that way still, having known that Kobe fought the good portion of that fight with a broken jaw?
Yeah. Yeah, because, with Kobe, I only had to use one arsenal to fight him tonight. Leon Edwards, he's a guy that, you got to wrestle him sometimes. He's very, very sharp. He's a tough, talented guy. I'll give him his props. So in order for me to break Leon Edwards, I had to wrestle him sometimes. But, when I mix it up, these guys can't hang with me right now. So I'm just going to go back to the drawing board. I'm going to continue to grow and get better and be the champion that everybody wants to see.
And finally, do you find it poetic at all that he's going to have his mouth wired shut?
Hey, you said it right on the money. You hit it right on the money. No, at the end of the day, honestly, I'm going to be real with you guys. Before I step into that cage, I pray every time. I pray not just for my safety, I pray for their safety as well. And, it's unfortunate that he has to go back home and wire that jaw shut. But, hey, the pressure was on him tonight. You said a lot of things, so you have to come in there and you have to back it up. And so, he was humbled. I like to think he was humbled, but I wish him the best. No ill will. Onwards and upwards. Right when I came in, my dad came. My dad worked for us to get us all over here. We became citizens, right? Yeah. I mean, we were kids when we came in. It was because he was in the military, so it took it took a while. But when you're 8 years old, you don't really give a shit. You just want to be with your family. So. I let my dad be the one to take care of all of that.
Kamaru, you mentioned that, right? You mentioned that you won this belt for everybody. It's for all your colleagues, for the country of Brazil, all of that. I'm curious, leading up to Fight Week, not asking you to betray any confidences, but can you share some of the specific messages or DMs that people shared with you in support of your fight against Colby? And did anyone really random reach out to you to wish you luck in this fight?
A ton of guys reached out to me. A ton of his teammates. Let me go in my Brazilian accent. Brother, please kill this motherfucker. Please, brother. Go in my UK accent. Bruv, kill this lad, bruv. It's all over the place. My Nigerian, brother. Oh, God, kill this guy. It was all over the place. I was in Dominican Republic. These guys can't even speak English. These guys like, my friend, please, you have to kill this guy, please, my friend. Everywhere I went, that's all I got. So it was a lot of pressure. But, at the end of the day, I had to be able to separate myself from that, actually go in the cage and compete. That's it. All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you, the good, the bad, whoever is writing. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm going to have a good one, too.